Hello there, folks. This is William Spence. I live here in Butte, Montana. And funny thing, well, it's not funny, I guess, but the strangest, weirdest, creepiest thing that ever just happened to me. My roommate's son, Christian, ironic that his name's Christian because he's farthest from a Christian as he could be. Me and my roommate were having a conversation, his mother, we're having a conversation amongst ourselves, and we have the front room of this trailer we're renting, and that's our bedroom basically, and we have our computers in here, and this is pretty much where we hang out all day. He hangs out in his bedroom all day. He beat on his computer and destroyed it, and I couldn't fix it, so it's my fault. Naturally, everything's my fault if I can't fix it when he breaks it. Anyways, we're having a peaceful conversation amongst ourselves, thinking that we were in private. He just walks right in, sticks his nose in our business, and I just turned and looked at him and says, "Do you need something?" And he just starts smarting off to me. And I'm like, "Hey, we're having a private conversation here. Just because we don't have a door doesn't mean that we're not entitled to our privacy." Anyways, he starts mouthing off and wanting to square up with me. So I stood up and I'm like, "Get out of here. This is our private area." He squares up with me. His mom gets in between us and she's trying to stop him from he's puffing up, okay, sticking his chest out and sticking his nose up like he's going to do something to me and get violent with me. I'm disabled. My hand was ripped off ripped off from my arm in a motorcycle accident, and I have very little use of it. I can hold a guitar pick or a drumstick, that's about it. And he's wanting to square up with me. This kid's 17 years old, about 300 pounds, 6 foot tall, and I'm 160 pounds, 5'10". He's wanting to square up with me, and he wants to roll around the mud with me for a while until he snuffs me out. This has gone on so many times, I can't count how many times he's done this ever since my accident and since my hand's been like that. I have no use of my arm basically, especially not in a self-defensive type situation. Anyways, I haven't even got to the weirdest thing about it. I think this is like some kind of mind control thing going on with kids these days, with the TVs and the video games, stuff that's coming out of Hollywood, all this poison they're pumping out of there. He was spitting and screaming and stuff like that, calling me all kinds of names. So I just reached out and smacked him across the cheek. Not real hard, just slapped him across his face. Not real hard, just kind of tapped him. He runs in his bedroom and gets a bat and comes out and says, "This is for Trayvon." Yeah. He said he's going to kill me for Trayvon. He said it's people like me who murdered Trayvon. He said it's punks. He said it's murderers like me, low-life murderers like me who killed and murdered Trayvon. And he was going to murder me, kill me for Trayvon. So I went and got my baseball bat. Because this kid's 17 years old, the same age as Trayvon. And he's going to beat me down with a baseball bat. And I only got one arm. And I'm half his size. Okay, so I get me an equalizer. And he pretty much went back, and his mom got him back in his room, and she's in there talking to him right now. I just want to make this video before I forgot about everything that happened, or just it was while it was still fresh on my mind, because I'm thinking about calling the cops. This right here is keeping me from calling the cops right now. Maybe I should call the cops, because this is it seems like an ongoing thing in society these days, where these young punks, these younger generation thugs, wannabes, gangster wannabes, think they can just go around and threaten to murder and kill anybody they want just because they feel like it. For Trayvon, who they don't even know, who was in the wrong place at the wrong time and running his mouth where it shouldn't be running it. and or doing something he shouldn't be doing, like jumping out from behind the bushes on somebody that might have a gun or something, man. In that situation, to me, that both those people, are none. I'm not no fan of either one of them. That's how I see it. The thing I'm a fan of is my constitutional rights and my right to defend myself. I'm not going to let two punks like that ruin that for me and everybody else in this country. That's the way I see it. I'm not a pro Zimmerman. I'm not a pro Trayvon. I just want people like that to stop abusing the legal system to ruin my rights. When it comes time for me to defend myself, I want that law to be there. And it seems like they're trying to the powers that be are trying to set up a situation where the white man, because remember they said that Zimmerman was a white Hispanic. So now you got these kids brainwashed who don't ever watch, didn't really follow the trial. They probably never even seen a picture of Zimmerman. They just think he's a white guy. So when they see a white guy, they snap and they just want to kill them for Trayvon. See what this has done? And the powers that be, I hope you realize, and I know you know, what kind of evil you have unleashed in this world. And if there's anything eternal in this universe, there will be a reckoning. There will be a reckoning for this. This is something I've never seen in the 43 years I've been alive of people acting like this. I mean, there's people acting like chimpanzees all around me. Why? And I know why. It's because all the propaganda being pumped out to their video games, their TVs, and their media. And it's just getting out of control here, man. You're trying to take you people that have put this propaganda out, the Illuminati, the Juminati, and the people who studied the Soviet Union and the Bolshevik uprising, rebellion, which was not the Russian people, it was an invasion against the Russian people. You people who studied that history, you know who I'm talking about. They're in this country now. They are trying to kill us, man. We need to rise up, stick together, hang together, or we're going to hang separately real soon. The way that it's looking, it's happening at the speed of light. They are brainwashing these kids, these younger generations, and these thugs and these gangster wannabes that never grew up, never became an adult, and just want to be a kid all their life and act like a little thug and run around with their gangbanger buddies and their little collectivist groups. That's who they're wanting to send after us, man. They're going to use them to kill us, the white man, the Christians, the conservatives, and they got whites too that are helping them. And it ain't just minorities that are wanting to kill whites. It's other whites that want to kill whites too now. I've experienced it quite a bit since I moved on the west side of the country here. I'm from Appalachia. I'm an Appalachian hillbilly, man. I'm not used to all this drama and this hatred that's out here. And that seems to be spreading everywhere from what I see on the news. These liberals, man, they are insane. It's a mental illness. And it's a shame that the doctors and stuff that prescribe the medicine, they're liberals too, and they got the same mental illness. They're just going to prescribe it to people like us who have no mental illness, that we just don't go along with their agenda, their Agenda 21, where they want to round us all up and stick us all in a sardine can together. I don't want that. I'm a country boy. I will not survive in a situation like that. This world is going crazy. And the people that are getting the medication are not crazy, most of them. I was put into a detained into a forced Medicaid, or I was detained against my will and put into a mental hospital for a 72 evaluation. And I saw about 20 or 30 people in there that were all white, no minorities, all white people, about 20 or 30 in a small mental hospital. And to me, I talked to most of them, and none of them seemed really crazy to me, except for maybe 3. And they were kept in like a cell, and they were let out at night to wander around and act crazy. And to me, those people seem like the kind of people that belong there. But the rest of the people, seems like to me, they didn't even belong in jail, or they just seemed like their families were messed up. Their families were crazy, and they had no other place to turn. This propaganda system that these Soviets have unleashed on us is working very efficiently and fast right now. They've upgraded their systems. Get ready, people. Prepare and endure what's coming. It's coming. God bless. And Jesus saves. Stick together, brothers and sisters.